This piece is the terracotta fragment from Lapita, Solomon Islands, Reef Islands, made in 1000 BCE from incised terracotta.
Yes, it's made from a molded terracotta, which is a reddish brown, unglazed type of clay, and many tools were used to create it, like stones, clamshells, fingernails, bird bones, and coral to create the designs on the pottery.
It was created by artisans in the Lapita culture, a Pacific culture, which is an ancestor of Polynesia, Micronesia, and parts of Melanesia, and they used a method called dentate stamping, which involved carving designs into existing natural materials, like turtle shells, bamboo, or wood, and using this as a stamp on the terracotta clay before it was dried.
Now, we can see clear anthropomorphic figures depicted in a central location. We can see faces and highly geometric large designs around the face, which are not the focus.
Yes, and we can see that the human face has linear designs as opposed to the designs rippling from it, which are circular and radial. We can also see that the nose serves as a line of symmetry in the piece, which is a common characteristic of other Lapita pottery. And the consistency in Lapita design reflects the stability and development of their culture, and the design code ultimately influenced Polynesian art and oceanic art in general.
Now, the fragments are from a pot that would have been used by the Lapita people for the culinary purposes as a wagili food storage vessel like a jar, or even actual cooking to be used like a pot.
Pottery was a large part of Lapita culture. It was very widespread and even had cultural significance. It could have been a form of reverence for ancestors or had religious use. Different groups, such as family groups, social classes, and economic classes, had specific characteristics in their pottery. The pottery could be exchanged within these groups.
The fragment was created by artisans in the Lapita culture, a Pacific culture which is an ancestor of Polynesia, Micronesia, and parts of Melanesia. The pottery was discovered in New Caledonia Islands about 1,500 kilometers northeast of Australia. About 85,000 indigenous people lived on those islands, also known as the Kanak.
The culture had a series of villages, each ruled by a chief who was politically in control, but also had perceived spiritual importance due to their spiritual ability to connect with the ancestors. It was also a seafaring culture that explored the ocean and lived on the coast.